Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome to the beautiful Sandals Royal Curacao. You are looking at the Dos Awa Double Infinity Edge Pool, the first of its kind in the Sandals chain. There are many features that make Sandals Royal Curacao very unique from other Sandals. If you've been to any of the Sandals in Jamaica or any of the other islands, you'll notice that this one has a different look and feel to it. And that is because this is a Dutch-owned island, so although it is part of the Caribbean, there is a heavy European influence. Curacao belongs to the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, but it is located off the coast of Venezuela, so it is very far south, and it's only about 1,000 miles from the equator, so it is very hot. Curacao is unlike any island we've ever been to because although it is a tropical oasis, it also has a desert climate to it, so you'll see cactus and palm trees, but then it also has that European flair going on, so it really has a little bit of everything. It's very unique and really a one-of-a-kind place. This is the main lobby. As you can see, it has that open air concept with cathedral ceilings. It was very, very beautiful, and it always had a nice breeze coming in from the outside. As you enter the resort, you are greeted with this fountain that of course was off when we were recording the video, but normally that fountain is on and it is very beautiful. Here is the front of the resort. You'll see those Dutch dolls around all parts of Curacao, especially the downtown Willemstad, which we did get to go and see. If you go downtown on Thursday nights for the Punda vibes, there are fireworks and live entertainers. So if you are going to visit the downtown, we do recommend going on a Thursday night if you can. Just makes it a little bit extra special. But we recommend checking out the downtown at any point if you get a chance to. They have all sorts of restaurants and shopping and a floating bridge, and there's even one of these monuments that you can hang a lock on, similar to the bridge in Paris. So now we're looking at the Zuka restaurant. This was the Latin-inspired restaurant. And next door we have Vincent, which is the French restaurant, and Vincent does require reservations. Both restaurants were awesome. Zuka had some really cool specialty cocktails, but both restaurants do have a mixologist, so any drinks that you get there are always going to be over the top and extra special. Sandals Royal Curacao features 8 restaurants and 3 food trucks, so there's plenty of options whether you like the buffet, a more sit-down, fancier style, or you just want a quick bite to eat. There are restaurants for every style of dining. And there's also 13 bars, including a swim-up bar. Up until the addition of Sandals St. Vincent, this was the newest Sandals in the chain, and it has what they're calling the Sandals 2.0 feeling to it, which just means it feels like Sandals but elevated. So it still has that warm and friendly service that you've come to expect with a Sandals vacation, but now everything feels very modern, very new. You could still smell the fresh paint on the walls. But they've really reimagined all of the restaurant concepts, the pool design, the room designs. Everything just feels newer and more modern. As we round this corner, just through those curtained walls right there is the Red Lane Spa, and behind those curtains is actually an outdoor shower. So after you book a massage, the room is attached to an outdoor shower area, so you're welcome to rinse off. And then conveniently located next to the Red Lane Spa is the fitness center and gym. And speaking of fitness, if you did want to use the tennis courts or pickleball courts, just stop by the spa and they have the rental equipment available for you. If you would like to use one of those bikes, feel free to just pick one up and drop one off at any of the bike racks located all over the resort. It's just a fun way to get around such a large resort, so feel free to use any of those whenever you see fit. We're walking by Gatsu Gatsu now on the way to some of the hot tubs. These are hidden away from the rest of the resort, so if you are a hideaway type of traveler and you like to find little spots to escape, make sure to check out this spot on the resort. hot tubs over here are heart-shaped and they have a beautiful view of the ocean. And now heading over to the heart of this resort, the Dos Awa Double Infinity Edge Pool. This pool, as you can see, is the heartbeat of this resort. It has those clean lines where you can't tell where the pool ends and the ocean begins. It's super modern, on par with the Sandals 2.0 experience. This pool is massive. I don't think the camera really captures just the size of it. But one thing to keep in mind is because it is such a popular attraction, these chairs fill up quick. So if you are not someone who likes to wake up early, it might be worth it for you to splurge for Butler service. I was recording this around 6:45 in the morning and there were already towels out. So if you are someone who wants to sleep in and does not want to compete for your chair, getting a Butler just ensures that you will have seats at the pool or at the beach, and having a Butler actually gets you those day beds. So you even get a little bit of a higher level of comfort when you're laying at the pool. Heading down the steps behind the pool, you will see a beach, but it is not the beach for swimming. This beach is just for looking and enjoying, but because it is rocky, there is no swimming allowed on that part. But we will get to see the beach that is more swimmable towards the end of this video. Right now, we are walking towards the Awa Seaside Bungalows and the Subi building. Past these buildings, we will also find the Amante buildings, and then even further, we're going to find the Mele buildings. One of the things that makes booking a Sandals trip a bit intimidating are that there's sometimes over 40 room categories to choose from. Sandals is not like a typical hotel where you just have to choose if you want a king size bed or a queen size bed, or if you want an ocean view or a garden view. There's so much more that goes into it, and in my opinion, the room can really make or break your experience. Now, some people, they don't care about the room category at all. They're just in the room to change and sleep, and that is it, and that is completely fine. We like to have a room that elevates our experience. It makes the trip more magical, and it really does set the tone for what the vacation's gonna be like. And when I look back on those trips, having a nicer room does just create a nicer experience overall. So the room is something that is important to us, but again, it's not important to every guest. So it's important to really weigh the pros and cons of what you want out of your room when booking at Sandals. Now we're taking a look at a few restaurants. This is Butch's Island Chop House, and next to it is Kanaal. So Butch's is one of the restaurants that does require reservations. That is the steakhouse that's on resort, and Kanaal is more of a quick bite to eat. They have ice cream, coffees, pastries, crepes. They had waffles on a stick. They had mini pancakes, and they even have a wine and cheese bar. Now heading over to check out what they call the quiet pool, but to me this is more like the middle pool because they still have activities over here, they still have volleyball, it's just you don't have the DJ and the entertainers over here throughout the day doing various games like you would at the main pool. But there is an even quieter pool that will show you all the way on the other end of the resort. So if you really want peace and quiet, that would probably be the pool to go to. This one is a perfect middle of the line pool where it's not super loud, but it still has that relaxing vibe. This area of the resort is a great place to go if you're looking for a hideaway, a little escape, whether it is a hidden hot tub like this one or a hammock to lie on and read. This part of the resort has a ton of little places to escape. And because it's right next to the beach, you can enjoy the sounds of the ocean waves as you relax on your hammock or read a book or maybe have a drink in one of those hidden hot tubs. Now approaching our favorite restaurant at any Sandals. This is Gatsu Gatsu. It's also known as Soy, and I think it has a couple other different names depending on what resort you're at, but it's the sushi restaurant that they have at every Sandals. Sandals Royal Curacao has 8 restaurants and 3 food trucks. Gatsu Gatsu is always our favorite because it doesn't require reservations, and it's perfect if you just want a quick appetizer, so you can just grab a roll or two, or maybe just a salad or a soup, and then you can head over to the next restaurant, because at Sandals, it truly is all inclusive. So you can enjoy an appetizer at one restaurant, a dinner at another, a dessert at another. The possibilities are truly endless, and believe me, we have done it all. So now we're taking a look at that swimmable beach section. The beach here is more of an inlet or a channel, so the waters are super calm and there's really good snorkeling right off the sand, but this resort definitely is more known for its pools. So if you've been watching our channel a lot, you know that some Sandals resorts lean more towards the beach, some lean more towards the pools, some have a good combination of both. This one definitely leans more towards the pools, but what I will say is that the water is really clear, it's really calm, and if you do want to do any of the water sports activities, you still get the same offerings. So if you wanted to go snorkeling or scuba diving, you can go right off the dock. And speaking of water sports, here is the board that shows you all of the water activities offered at this resort. There are daily dives and snorkeling trips that go out multiple times a day. And if you did want to use any of the aqua trikes, kayaking, or paddleboarding, all you have to do is sign those out at the Aqua Center. In terms of anything that has a time associated with it, like a dive or a snorkel, you just have to sign up for that ahead of time. And the best part is that all of this is included in the all-inclusive pricing that you pay. So there is no additional charge to take advantage of any of those water activities. The only exception is that if you are not certified for scuba diving, you would have to pay to get your certification if you want to scuba dive. That's the only exception. Other than that, everything is included. Now we're heading over to the quiet side of the resort. This is the Mele side. This is where we're gonna find that super quiet pool. And these are the rooms that you wanna book if you want to be away from everything and everyone. These are the hideaway sections of this resort. As I was saying before, the reason why the room category is so important is because if you are someone who is super lively and you wanted to be near all the action, you wanted to be near the restaurants, near the pool, and then you booked a room over here, when you arrived at the resort, you'd probably be disappointed because this is far from all of the hustle and bustle of the resort. But on the contrary, if you wanted that privacy and that quiet and that peace, and your room was located near the pool where it's noisier, more lively, obviously much louder, you'd probably be disappointed about that as well. So really understanding the room category can make or break the experience. And that's why we're here, because we've been to these resorts, we've stayed in these rooms, we can tell you which room category is best for you and how it's going to enhance your vacation. If you have any questions about booking or you need some help deciding on a room category, we do have a link in our bio for free customized quotes, as well as our email and Instagram account. So feel free to reach out to us so that we can get you here. Now we are heading to the quiet pool. This is the pool you want to go to if you really want no disturbances, no music, no DJ, no games. This is the pool that you want to come to. On that table there, they do have a fully stocked cooler. I was just recording super early in the morning, so there was no cooler out yet, but believe me, it gets restocked every day. You also get the option of having any of these cabanas or the heart-shaped day bed. You could lay on any of these that you would like. Just another one of the benefits of getting to stay at the super quiet pool. is that these chairs are very seldom occupied. As you can see, a couple of them were, but most of the time you're gonna have no problem getting a chair over here just because it is such a hidden escape. I don't think many people even know about it. To finish off this video, we're gonna do a couple of room tours. Starting off with the room that we stayed in. This was the Sunchi Swim Up Club Level Junior Suite with Patio, Tranquility, soaking tub. This was our first time staying in a swim out suite at Sandals, and it will not be the last. We kept saying it's such a blessing and a curse because we love it so much. We don't want to stay in anything else now. And one of our worries about staying in a swim out was that we don't really like people walking in front of our room. So we don't really like staying on the ground level typically. But this room was perfect because it had super tall ceilings, so we didn't feel squished at all. And it was facing a private wall of all sorts of tropical plants. So we still had a ton of privacy, even though it was on the ground level, which we were worried about. So you'll see in a moment, but if you are concerned about that, this is a great room to book. And I don't know if you can really tell just how tall the ceilings are, but trust me, they were enormous. And because it was our honeymoon, they had all of these little treats for us. They had chocolate covered banana bread and a little bit of cheese and crackers and some champagne on ice. So they really do take care of you. If you are celebrating a special occasion, definitely let us know because we do have contacts at all of the resorts who we can let know that you are coming and celebrating something special, and they will put rose petals on your bed or little treats in the room and just have a little surprise waiting for you. And here is our private swim out suite. As you can see, we did have that privacy from the partition. We got 2 chaise lounges, a dining set, and a tub. So we really got a little bit of everything with this room. This is our favorite room that we've stayed at so far at any Sandals. The next room that we are going to be touring is the Amante 1-bedroom swim up Oceanview Butler suite with Patio, Tranquility, soaking tub. So this has a similar layout to the room that we stayed in, but this one has the addition of a living room. And obviously it's a bit larger because it is a Butler room, so it is a large suite. And because of its location in the Amante building, it is closer to the food trucks and Ayolo's restaurant. And then the best part of this room is that the patio that you get is about double the size of the one that we had. Next up, we are looking at the Kurason Island Poolside Butler Bungalow with Patio, Tranquility, soaking tub. I only got footage of the outside of this one, I'm so sorry, but this is your own private tub with a swim out pool. This is a really cool room. It kind of reminds me of an overwater bungalow, but instead of the ocean, you get a pool. The inside of these even have the exact same layout as an overwater bungalow, so it's really a similar experience. And the last room we're looking at is the Asombroso Rondoval Butler Villa with private pool. And the employee showing us this room even told us that this is her favorite room and the one that she would choose to stay at if she were to stay here. So I think that's really telling when even the people who work here say that this is the room they would choose to stay in. If you saw our tour of the Rondoval at Sandals South Coast, you could see why this is just the Sandals 2.0 version of it. We're seeing bold features, a little bit of a more elevated vibe with the marble accents and the colors. Everything just feels a little bit fancier, but it's still the same layout and the same Sandals that you've known to love. Our favorite feature of the Rondoval are those doors that lead right from the bedroom into the pool, so you can literally jump right in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and drop us a like, and we'll see you in our next video.